Hey, Wilson. All right. Wilson is afraid to come down here. This is the basement of our home. Dingy 1920 basement where I have to duck or I will hit my head on the rafters. But anyway, what are we doing down here? What's this mess? Well, I'll show you in a little bit. So what I am attempting to do, because these moldings are very difficult to find, this is the stone guard, kind of goes in the front of the rear wheel well. And then another piece of trim that goes around here. These are originally connected and spot welded, but I took this one off because the other part was really mangled up. But this is able to be saved and is in good condition. Got a couple little dings here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. The worst damage is up here and up here, and I'm attempting to straighten that out a little bit. This other piece of molding is the front hood lip molding, and this is really hard to find. The 1966 car was a first, not a first year, but the last year of the Gen 3 Dodge Darts, and they put a brand new front clip on it in 66. I'm not sure why they did that when they knew they were going to have a... Okay, it never fails. I'm in the middle of doing a video and somebody calls me. But anyway, the hood lip molding, this was really mangled up in the front. This is the part that goes like the nose in the middle of the trunk, hood, I'm sorry. And I've already worked on this a while. I'll show you the procedure. And I know this looks pretty scuffed up now, but I'll show you what I'm doing and maybe it'll make a little sense. Eventually this hopefully will be buffed out, and I know it's not going to be perfect. As I've always said, it's my motto, not going to be perfect, but this is what we're doing. All right, hold on. So here's what we got. So the first order of business, and I'm using a brick here as sort of a holding device. This is like bear skins and rocks when I'm trying to work on this, but I'm not going to go out and buy a vise. I just don't have the money to buy all these tools, and that just turned 60 a little while ago that I'm not going to have the rest of my life. Anyway, so what I did first is went from the back side and used a combination of these tools to... I got some punches, I got a chisel for some of the lines, I got a variety of screwdrivers, but this seems to work really well. This is the chisel, but I'm using like the shank end of it because it's a flat edge. And what I originally started off was using a hammer as a sort of an anvil, and just kind of lightly tapping, because I read that if you really bear down on this, it's not good. So gently tapping, and this is pretty I probably have about 3 hours into this, just one piece already, and it can take much longer. But so that's what I did. I got a lot of the imperfections out. Used a pair of pliers to kind of bend this back into shape. And then I'm using this brick because it has a nice edge on it. And then what I'm doing is taking a file and filing down all the high spots. Oh, not a pleasant noise. But let me switch the camera around so you can see this. Not this. So that's the procedure to do the filing. If you take a look at this spot, that's still a little rough, but if you come down a little further, this is a spot that I've kind of worked on for a little bit, and you can see that I've really flattened that out. There's a couple low spots that I have to deal with, but I'm hoping to get that to look, this to look like that. And then what I'll do is I have a variety of sandpapers, wet sandpapers, and I'll try to get that as smooth as possible, and then maybe if I can find a buffing wheel or something, I'll buff this up a little bit. But like I said, you can't find these. If you do find them, they already have some imperfections already, or if they're some of the trim pieces you can get repopped, like the wheel well trims, but not this. I couldn't find this anywhere, but they're really expensive too. So this is what I'm going to do. It's not going to look perfect, but it's going to be passable. Alright, just a short video. I want to show you what's going on. This is the kind of stuff that I do when I don't have big projects, but I still do have big projects. But stuff I can do at night, or stuff I can do when it's raining, or stuff when I have a few minutes to devote to it. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Okay, so just a recap. Here's the front lip trim. A little hard to see. It's still a tiny bit cloudy. What I wound up doing is using a series of wet and dry sandpapers, different grits going from like 800 to 2000. So there's a spot that's been untouched, and then here's a spot. I don't know how far I got on this, but what I'm doing is I bought one of these Harbor Freight wheels and some of this white compound rouge, I guess they call it, or I guess the red's called the rouge. But anyway, I've been trying this out and see if I can get a little bit more shine on this. But you know what? It's going to look okay. It's not going to be like super shiny, but at least it's not bent up. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Also, I got a new set of clips. Found these on eBay, I believe, because the other ones are all rusted out. This kit includes all the studs and a new set of speed nuts. Speed nuts, I said. They basically clip in here and lock in. Let me get one out here. If you need these, ask a question. I'll show you the link. I'll share the link. But they basically have like a spring that kind of holds these in here. And then they're somewhat movable, so when you place them on the car, they fit in. So I think there's a couple of spots here that I'm going to continue to see if I can shine this up a little more, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think it'll do. It's not concourse, as I've always said, but it's pretty shiny. You know, they got most of the dents out. Some of these are a little harder to get out, but yeah, still needs a little bit more polishing. But I think that's about it for now. At least I'll have that lip molding on there, and from what it started out from, you can tell from the back end, you know, what it looked like, and then the front. I think that's pretty darn good. But what do I know? A little rainy out today. This is the remnants of Hurricane Ida, whatever. One just came up and hit Florida. Sorry about that to those people. But anyway, the back of the trim gets held on by these nuts, and there's like 7 of them. Can you see them down there? So I'm tightening up the last couple here. They're pretty tight. I'm going to really torque them down. Just snug in a little bit more. All right, let's close this up, see what it looks like. Yeah, we got a part here that can be pulled in. I don't know if that can be pulled in with the nut. We'll take a look at that. See it here? Yep. That's what she looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you can definitely see it's a little cloudy here, but that was all dinged up before. What do you guys think? Looks better from afar back.